I do know that the NFL is giving it a try, and it seems to be, knock on wood, going as well as possible, with training camp beginning to really ramp up. And I think the NFL is going to give it a try, and as long as everybody stays healthy and goes home after work and quarantines and handles it the way that I'm reading and hearing many Seattle Seahawks are talking about this being a 6-month-long quarantine for them, that they want to make sure that they're healthy and keeping everybody healthy. That if everybody takes that approach based on the way that the protocols are set up within the facilities and the way that it's gone so far, I think seems to be successful. I think we're going to have a football season, which is professional football season, which is something that is very important to that roof over my head right there, man. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be hosting as much a game day morning as I possibly can, going into studio, by the way, and see how I can go.
Are you going to be the only one in the studio, or is everybody full
what
squad?
It looks like right now,
Okay.
Joey. I don't think, again, that's what's happening in our world is you could say something's for certain now, and then 2 days later it's not. Sure. But I think that's the way that we're planning on doing it right now.
That's going to be tough with Michael Irvin and he's so.
I know, man. I know, and I look at what I'm seeing on Turner and seeing the four guys, Ernie and Shaq and Kenny and Charles together. It's great to see, and I hope that we get a chance to do that on NFL Network at some point.
I always look forward to your the 7 a.m. tweets. It's like it's week 2 in bulk, people.
That's right.
That always sets the tone for my Sunday. So let's
go. And I love people who are like, "What are you doing up?" And I'm like, "What the hell do you think I'm doing up?" Yeah, man, I can't sleep. No, I'm waking up the ass crack every single Sunday to do the show. I'd love to do. It's my 11th year doing it now. So
yeah. No, it's the absolute best.
Thanks
to that. I'm glad you're feeling positive about pro football happening.
I am. Like I said, again, the protocols that I know the NFL doesn't want to call it bubbles, but all 32 teams have created their own bubbles in their own locker rooms, in their own worlds. Yeah. And it's been very stringent just to get in there. And, coaches and football organisms are very routinized. And if you give them a protocol and they follow it, those are the teams that succeed the most, right? Yep. So I think the protocol's been given. There are obviously things that needed to be worked on. Unfortunately, Matthew Stafford's case of having a false positive and him being put on a COVID list, and as his wife pointed out on social media, wreaked havoc in their personal world when something that's so private is made public, because the NFL is trying to be, I guess, as transparent as possible. It's not perfect. And I just hope that nobody gets sick, and nobody gets sick seriously to the point where it requires being hospitalized and so on and so forth. But I think, players who are not opting out are ready to roll. And the players who do opt out, I can't wait to see them back. I totally understand why they wouldn't want to do it. Hold nothing against anybody other than the fact that I would love to see professional football played. And I am optimistic, but again, I have no idea what would happen in a situation of what's happening, say, with the St. Louis Cardinals now, or what happened with the Miami Marlins a couple of weeks ago. I don't know how you make up a certain amount of games if you're canceling NFL games. There's no way to double header or anything. I don't know what the answer is going to be on that, but we go into this brave new world with high hopes that we get a full season and all 256 get played and nobody gets sick.
It seems like it's dying off over in London. Why don't we, they're trying to get them over there anyways. Why don't we just ship,
Maybe we just create a bubble in New Zealand. You know what I mean?
Sure.
We'll see what happens.
Do you think that's why so many Patriots are opting out, though? Because they know that Belichick is just going to be on their ass so much that they're like, hey, man, I can't do it regularly, barely. Now with all these restrictions, I'm out.
Are you saying players are looking in the mirror and saying COVID they can take, but COVID and Belichick is something that's too much? Is that literally is that your theory, Joey, that you're
exactly
floating right here?